So, good day everyone. We are the group 5 and we will going to tackle about when technology and humanity cross. So, when technology and humanity cross intersect, it often leads to both opportunities and challenges. It can enhance our lives through advancement in healthcare, communication, and education. But it also raises ethical, privacy, and societal concerns that require careful consideration and regulations. So technology comes from the Greek word techne and logos, which means art and word. Technology means, or in other words, it means discourse on arts. It first appeared in the 7th century, where the concept was only used to talk about the arts, specifically applied arts. Concepts like machines and tools were also attached to the word, which is the more popular sense of the concept nowadays. So technology has a crucial role to everyone. So as you can see at the my left side, so the ever growing society has made people see technology as form of necessities. So the society has directly or indirectly affected by technology. Most people survive because of great reliance to technology. Some will say that they are not greatly affected, but the fact that cannot be denied that technology is already inevitable part of the society. It does not only bring convenience but also pleasure and happiness. It also provides assistance to humans' activities in short, and it becomes a necessity. So that technology keeps on progressing because of the brilliance and creativeness and power of the mind of every person or the people.
So, television set, mobile phones, computers, and humanity. A number of technological devices can be easily found inside the home, the most accessible place to anyone. It can also be easy to be interpreted that these technological devices are some of the most popular and most commonly used types of devices across all age groups. People all over the world use these technologies every day to accomplish different purposes. One of the most trusted television audience measurement provider is in the Philippines. 92% of urban homes and 70% of rural homes own at least one television set. In addition to this, Anchor Media also reported that in the Philippines, the current count of households with television set already reached 15.135 million as of NODA 2012. Also, as was a product of different experiment by various people. Paul Gottlieb Nepko, a German student in the late 1800, was a success attempt to send image images through wires with the aid of rotating disc. This invention was called electric telescope that had 18 lines of resolution. In 1907, two inventors, Alan Archibald Campbell Swinton was an English scientist, and Boris Rosing, who was a Russian scientist, created a new system of television by using cut-hole gray tube, in addition to the mechanical scanner system. This success story gave rise to two types of television system, namely mechanical and electronic television. So here we can see on the picture the two inventions of Nepco television and Swinton Rosing television. So next report.
So the concept of mobile phones originated in the mid-20th century with early developments in wireless communication technology. So on April 3, 1873, Martin Cooper, as senior engineer at Motorola, made the world's first mobile phone call. So the mobile phone used by Cooper weighed 11 kilograms and measured 228.6 by 127 by 44.4 millimeter. This kind of device was capable of 30 minutes talk. However, it took 10 hours to charge. So in 1983, Motorola made their first commercial mobile phone available to public. So it was known as the Motorola Dynatac 8000X. Next reporter.
Judel. Computers and laptops. It was Charles Babbage, a 19th century English mathematics professor, who designed the computer, which was used as the basic frameworks of the computers even until the present time. This mathematician and inventor Charles Babbage is credited with having the first automatic digital computer. During the mid-1830s, Babbage developed plans for the analytical engine. Although it was never completed, the analytical engine would have had most of the basic elements of the present day of computer. By 1837, Babbage also had come with a new idea, a computer that could understand commands and could be programmed, much like modern-day computer. He called it the analytical engine, and it was the first machine ever designed with the idea of programming. In general, computers can be classified in 3 generations. The 3 generations of computers are typically divided into the first generation around 1940s to 1956, vacuum tubes. Second generations from 1956 to 1963, transistors. And the third generations, 1964 to 1971, integrated circuits. The first generation of computer is generally known as the electromechanical computers, or using vacuum tubes. The second generation of computer use a transistor computer, often referred to as second generation computer. The third generation use integrated circuits in place of transistors, which the use of integrated circuits, these computers become reliable, generated less heat, were small in size, fast, very less maintenance, and were inexpensive. The first, each generation of computer was used for a certain period of time, and each people gave a people a new and improved version of the previous one. The first true portable computer was released in April 1981. It was called the Osborne 1 or Orfana 2011. And here are some facts about Filipinos and their use of gadgets and the internet. Mobile phone subscription is at 119 million, and Filipinos spend approximately 3.2 hours on mobile and 5.2 hours on desktop daily. Currently, the Philippines has one of the highest digital populations in the world. There are now 47 million active Facebook accounts in the Philippines. Also, the Philippines is the fastest growing application markets in Southeast Asia.
So, roles played by these technological advancement. First will be the television. Of course, its purpose is to advertise and for information dissemination, recreational activity, and good stress reliever by watching movies, and so on. So good platform for different propagandas and advocacies like advertisement or news. So good way to bond with one's family members like movie marathon. Next will be the mobile phone, of course, for communication, texting, and calling. Second will be surfing the net. And lastly, will about taking pictures, of course. Other application also includes like music player, calendar, radio, and among others. Next will be the personal computers and laptop. So its purpose is to surf the net and communication, use for job, play games, and watch movies. Next, reporter.
Ethical dilemma faced by this technological advancement. So most parents would argue that these devices makes their children lazy and unhealthy. First dilemma, people who develop different kinds of sickness because of too much use of technological devices. Second dilemma, the people in the scientific world nor the children are blameworthy because first, the children are not yet capable of rationally deciding for themselves what is good and what is bad. Second, even the creators of these technologies went out of their way to inform children of the pros and cons of these technological contributions. So it would still be useless because the children have no capacity to understand them yet.
So, robotics and humanity. So, another great product of our innovative minds of the people is the robot. So, robots are now widely used. For example, these are so-called service robots. So, these particular robots do specific tasks, but focus mainly in assisting their masters in their everyday tasks. So, the International Federations of Robotics, or IFR, and the United Nations Economic Commissions for Europe to formulate a working definitions for service robots. So these are the roles played by robotics. They used to ease the workload of mankind. So second is to make life more efficient and less stressful. Third one, the third one is to entertain people. And lastly, just like people living in the society, robots also have their own set of rules and characteristics that define what good robot is.
So these are the laws were formulated by Isaac Asimov back in 1940s when he was thinking of ethical consequences of robots. So these are the following according to Stanford. Law 1, a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction it allow a human being to come to harm. So in Law 2, a robot must obey the orders given by its human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. Law 3, a robot must protect its own existence and as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. So that could be all from group 5 when technology and humanity cross.